Stop that! Okay! What?
Tingnan mo po. Hindi ka naligo ngayon?
You what?
Maligo ka, sabi mo naliligo ka. Sabi hindi ka naliligo.
This recipe called breaded, deep-fried crispy pork cutlet or fried pork chop. Hey repeaters, before I'm going to say I'm not here to teach you how to cook, I just want to ask you something. Have you tried on growing your own potatoes? Those kind of just sit around your kitchen or pantry from store-bought and already start to sprout over time, like this kind? And this video is going to be about growing your own potatoes at home and how easy it is. I prefer to plant them on container. The reason why is to cut down on pests. For those who don't have access to bucket like this one, grow bags will work very well. Fold the sides down and plant the potatoes in. As the shoots start coming up, and disappear into the sky, maybe not, add more soil to the bag, raising the sides up a little at a time. So if you take a look in this container, I plant my potatoes in here. There's about 4 potatoes, and I mean 4 potatoes that can be fit. The spud should be pointing up. This is the bottom of the bucket. I put a quarter of soil. It's really important that the soil has to be light and loose soil. I plant about 4 potatoes. Don't forget to water them. Before this video ends, I will show you how it goes. On a side note, do you know that most of you repeaters are not subscribed yet? If you are not subscribed yet, smash the subscribe button and the bell right now, or this one will go into explode. I told you. Now let's do the pruning. It is vital to weed the chili so they will be ready for summer. Summer flowering plants that bloom on new growth. It is best to do this right now, at once, immediately. That's when the new sprouts will have begun to develop. You may prune plants to encourage plants, shrubs, or even trees to flower fruit more abundantly and for the plants to grow more thickly. You can apply this in real life too. Although it might be difficult, there are times when we may need to end a relationship, whether it's romantic, professional, or even with a family member. At first, it really feels good to cut someone out of our lives, but for the sake of our own growth and sanity, it's sometimes necessary. Okay, let's begin. I'm not here to teach you how to cook, but I'm going to show you that anyone can cook. And when I say anyone can cook, I mean anyone can cook. And when I say anyone can cook, I mean anyone can cook. I have brined this pork chop overnight. The reason is in the video link description below. We are going to have around 4 pieces, and I mean 4 pieces of pork bone in. This has been brined overnight. I need to wash them carefully so it will trim down the saltiness. After washing them, cuts do provide more surface area so the food cooks thoroughly and to prevent the edges from curling. Since this already brined overnight, I am not going to season them anymore. Seasoned flour is plainly all-purpose flour with seasonings added. You've almost certainly seen it as an ingredient in recipes where foods are first dredged or coated in flour, then fried. The seasonings are included to add further savor to the food. But for this seasoned flour, I put 7 parts of all-purpose flour, 3 parts of rice flour or corn flour, add some paprika, garlic powder if you have one, with 1 teaspoon each, freshly ground black pepper. I repeat, freshly ground. And don't forget the MSG, also known as monosodium glutamate, but also known as key to all Asians' heart. I mean house, home. MSG makes everything simply astonishing. I guarantee you this. Every single thing you cook, you sprinkle with MSG. Your life will change and you will never going back. I always make my own panko bread since there's a lot of bread that is available in the pantry, and we mentioned we are not wasting anything. And I mean never wasting anything and fairly use everything. And I mean fairly using everything. Simply dehydrate them under the sun or put the bread in the toaster. Then simply crush them with this method. Voila! Homemade panko bread. In a plate, beat an egg. You can season it with a little salt and pepper if you want. You can start dredging the pork. Starts in the seasoned flour. Be sure that it gets well coated. Then it goes to the egg mixture. Get coated in that as well. And then last, the panko bread mixture. Repeat the same procedure to the rest of the pork chop. household, no meal is complete with the absence of rice. So this recipe will unquestionably needs rice. And I mean unquestionably needs rice, like a bunch of rice. Take these on over to the stove and fry them up. Fry them up for about 3 to 4 minutes per side. Flip it on the other side and cook on the other side for another 3 minutes. Do not overcrowd the pan, so fry in batches of 2. While waiting for the pork to be cooked, you can pair it with leafy veggies topped with pickled veggies like cucumber, jalapenos, the one that is spicy, in case you didn't know. Recipe in the description below. Or add some pickled beetroot in a can. Topped with mayonnaise and BBQ sauce or ketchup. Once the pork is already cooked thoroughly, we are ready to serve. Serve with steamed rice or potatoes recipe or your choice while it's piping hot. You can obtain the full recipe in the video description below. Be sure to subscribe and check out the rest of our videos, where you can find easy recipes to try at home. And let us know in the comment section what food you want us to try next, or if you tried this recipe. I love hearing from you guys. This Juicylicious and Crispylicious pork cutlet. If you want to know how to cook Filipino dish in an easiest way or to know some cooking and baking, links in the upper right of this video. See you in the next videos, my dear repeaters. Bye-bye to all of my repeaters. That is all from cooking. Oh, and also, I forgot repeaters. Happy New Year.